What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about 3 advanced tips for raiding. Now these are kind of like tips and tricks that I've kind of discovered as playing that can really improve your chances of defending a raid or attacking. So these are more advanced things that you're going to have certain things to be able to do, their teammates to be able to pull off, and just something to think about. But I think it's really good as the game has been maturing more and raids have been going to get a little bit more advanced. To kind of just talk about some 3 things that you can do to kind of guarantee a better quality of raid defense or attack. So I think these are really fun. These are really useful. And jab. So without further ado, we're going to get into tip number 1. So tip number 1 is for a castle defending against raids. If you don't want to get backdoored, a common thing that people do is when they get the breach has begun with the siege golem, people like to bat up and then they'll fly around and land on little ledges, stuff like this, so that they can hack into the backside of a castle where there's less honeycombs going through that way. So to be able to prevent this, you actually want to place these minor explosive boxes in the corners, just like these guys here have done. You can place them in the corner, and what this does is it makes it so people can't land here in bat form. So if they're trying to fly around and find like a back corner here to land, to be able to break into the backside of a castle, having these little minor explosive boxes will actually make it so people can't land here in bat form. Let me show you. All right, so you see we're in bat form up here. Normally, these little ledges here you can like land on, but you can tell right now I can't land on this little ledge because of the explosives. It's an invalid location. There's nowhere to land on these little corners for me, so I can't backdoor these guys. In contrast, let me show you a base that doesn't have these so you can see how it looks. So you see over here at another castle, these corners don't have explosives here. So if I'm sieging their front side over here through like their honeycombs and this back door is open, this little ledge here I can land on, and once that breach comes down, I can smack this wall and break it, go manually. Obviously, I can't have explosives on me or anything, but still, without any materials, I can go here and break through it, and that will save me having to break through a bunch of honeycombs. So that's something to be aware of. If you want, make sure you put little explosives back here so people can't do these back doors, and make it so they have to go through your front entrances and through your honeycombs and through your defenses and your banshee traps and everything else. So tip number 2 is going to involve running Veil of Illusion to kind of get past the inability to kind of bat form while you have a siege golem. So let's say there's like a base here that you want to be able to raid from the back end. I'm just going to admin TP up so you can see what I'm talking about. Like this base here is wide open. I could hit them through the backside instead of having to go through these honeycombs here, right? So what you can actually do is you can place the siege golem on the ground. Don't place it, but drop it on the ground. And then you can bat form up from there. And then what you do is you can Veil of Illusion dash, jump off the cliff, grab it, and then recall back with the Veil of Illusion to get back on the ledge. So I'll show you like this. Jump down, grab, recast, and boom. You're back up, and all of a sudden, I got the siege golem and can drop you behind their base. Obviously, this is a hard one to pull off. You gotta have a base that has like a backside or an end to be able to raid. If they're like pushed up against here, it's a little bit harder. But if they don't have stuff like that, then you can easily kind of hit the backside of their base with the siege golem and not have to worry about going to their front side. So just something to be aware of. If you want to be able to defend against this, just make sure any way you can block off any jump offs from your base side, even if you can't cover this whole area. That way they can't do this trick. But yeah, this is an easy trick to be able to kind of raid people at ways they aren't expecting. If you can't frog form or anything, but you can fly up there and jump off and land, then you can use the Veil of Illusion to be able to break up that siege golem and get back up to the top of the base. So tip number 3 is you can actually use Power Surge on the golem if you want. So you see this guy's in the golem. I can Power Surge him, and so he'll get the buffs of the movement speed and attack speed. So while you're kind of raiding and attacking, you can kind of like slap around a lot faster. So you see here, this is like the normal, and then if we Power Surge him, it's a bit faster. So you can kind of use that. Now, if you really want to sweat it, what you can also do is have whoever's hopping in the golem rock 100% brute blood. So on top of the Power Surge with the increased attack speed, you can then go Sanguine Coil, and you get that little blue effect there. That's from the brute blood. So on top of healing the golem, you can also have the chance of getting that. And what that is the tier 4 of brute blood, which is a 6% chance per relative health recovered to boost movement speed by 20% and damage of primary attacks by 25%. That will apply to the siege golem. So you can then increase its attack speed and its damage and its movement speed, and so it'll fly around a lot faster. You can keep it healthy, and then you can also increase its damage and attack speed. So that's if you really want to commit. You don't need the 100%, but I would recommend the 100% Brute Blood if you can, just because it'll increase your chances of doing this. And if you want the guy that really gonna be sweaty, instead of rocking Brute Blood like I am, you rock Scholar Blood, so the heals is bigger, so the chance for relative health and all that stuff, you can increase the health you're healing the golem by. And then yeah, you can just really power up the siege golem to be faster and stronger and just break through and get that breach time going a lot quicker. And yeah, those are the 3 tips. I hope you guys enjoyed them, and it kind of helps you learn more about raiding and ways to strategize both defenses and offenses. I might make more of these in the future, but I figure these would be 3 good ones to get started with. So let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. Hope you enjoy the content. If you do, be sure to like and subscribe, and follow me at twitch.tv/Redlaf as well to see me live streaming the game all the time. And yeah, with that, hope you all have a great day. Peace out.